Hi everybody, it's me, Margaret. I am in my study again because it's cold finally outside. We had this ridiculous worm spell. But do you remember last week when I showed you this hat? Apparently this is popular and I have had a lot of questions about how to do it. So behind me you may be able to see some crazy setup going on back there because I'm in the process of doing a tutorial for you. I'm also in the process of ruthlessly gutting my study and cleaning like a crazy woman. However, I did another one, not the one we're going to do in the tutorial, and I love the way this one came out. And here it is. Isn't that cute? This is, this is Red Heart Unforgettable. This is Sheepish. Bernat Sheepish, which is Vicki Howell's yarn. And they really came out good together. There's really not this color in here, but all the jewel tones together look good. But I really like it. So I'm in the process of doing a tutorial for that. And of course writing up the pattern for those of you who don't need a tutorial, but there you go with that. Before I do anything, I have to say special message to Jewel. Jewel sent me a sweet note, a sweet message saying that she had got me something for Christmas, and she gave me her email address. But Jewel, it keeps coming back to me, and I sent you a message letting you know that, but I didn't want you to think that I was rude or unappreciative. It's just I can't get the message to you. So thank you anyway, because the thought's what's the most important part.
Here's the microphone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest star here. New subscribers, you don't know who this is. But old subscribers, you remember when he was a little bitty guy, much smaller than his mom.
Not that tall.
Are you even in the screen? I wonder. Things have changed.
Yes, they have.
So while I'm cooking here, Thomas, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about your new school?
It's in Georgia.
It's in Georgia.
I like it. Its name is Riverside.
He's so newsy and full of details.
You're welcome. About 100 acres of land.
Well, I think they don't really want to know exactly about your school, but about whether you like it, what you do.
I already said I liked it.
Yeah, but what do you like about it?
New stuff.
You are going to play baseball here shortly.
Baseball.
What you got there?
It's the house that I built. And
The house that you built?
yeah, I built a house.
See, there are no ends to his talent. Okay, so you made that house.
Out of gingerbread.
Yeah, aren't they cute? We each decorated one. Who did that one?
Tyler did that one. Dad, Mom, Maggie. And then the best for last.
You're so modest.
I did the most work on it.
Yeah, you did put in the most work. Now, I was looking through some old videos because I was looking for specific things. And I ran across different hats where I used this technique. Do you see that? This was taught by Bob Wilson 123, Claire, and it's called the Skinny Stripes. I think she called it the Skinny Stripes Beanie. And I'll find the link and put it in the description box. But I used it a lot for scrap hats. This I've discovered, well basically this is a double crochet, half double crochet hat. And I ran out of white, finished it up with black, and then added this crimson color stripe. And I love it. I think it's simple, it's classic, it's attractive, and you use up your scraps. Great combo. Now, you know I have cats and a dog, and I want to show you the very first problem. Let's see if you can see that. That I've ever, right here, that I've ever run into with having animals. Smitty has really big hands, and you have to keep his fingernails clipped. And the reason why is because he will get hung on things. And he was sitting in my lap and he got hung on this. This is my first pet yarn disaster that I've ever had.
It's a catastrophe.
I think I can pull it back through and see if that makes a difference. Here's another one using that very same technique, and I'm really getting fond of these half double crochet hats. It makes a smaller stitch. It's a little bit more dense than a double crochet hat and not quite as tedious as a single crochet hat. So I'm kind of fond of it. I don't know why I'm getting a buckle right here. I did not get a buckle on this hat, so I think maybe my hook size was wrong. I don't know. After a good wash, I'll let you know. I did not say a word about hoping everybody had a Merry Christmas. If, of course, you celebrate that. We still have another holiday to go, and that would be the New Year. Looking forward to 2016 and what it has to bring. But I want to tell you a little bit about Christmas. First of all, we did this game, okay, on Christmas Eve. Everything's done. We're kind of bored. We don't go to church until 5 o'clock. We did a little game, and we drew names among the 5 of us, and then Dad gave everybody $15. And so we went to Walmart. This was right before church because Walmart and church are near each other. So we go to Walmart. We had an hour, and you had to get your person a present for $15. So it was really kind of funny because, you know, you'd see somebody else in the store somewhere and you're trying to be all stealthy and everything, and it was really funny. Dad got my name, Tucker, my husband. And look what he got me. Surprise, surprise, but some yarn. But it was yarn that I never used before. Okay, this is Woolies Thick and Quick. The color of this is Moonlight, Clair de Lune. And then he got me another Woolies Thick and Quick, and this color is Hudson Bay. So I loved them. He did great, don't you think? He didn't actually reach the $15 mark, so he threw in some gum. But the funniest story of the whole thing was that Thomas, who has never bought a present in his life on his own, gets Maggie's name. And so he just could not stand it. He had to have some guidance. So he said, Mom, let me just tell you who I got. And I said, okay. So he says, I got Maggie. What do I get? I suggested maybe some nail polish, because you have to stop and think, not only something that she would want, but something Thomas is capable of picking out. So I told him to go in that aisle, that section where they have all those prepackaged gifts and stuff. And I said, pick out one of those nail polish collections. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I was careful to say, don't get perfume, because Maggie doesn't wear anything like Walmart perfume, and I didn't want him to get anything like that. So I told him just a few more ideas or whatever. Okay, so Tyler finishes first, and then me, then Maggie, and we're all back meeting at the entrance of the store. Then Dad, where's Thomas? Okay, so Dad had given everybody a time, and he cut his, he was totally unaware of the time, did not have his cell phone with him, and we're all texting him going, where are you? 5 more minutes, 10, you know, things like that. Okay, so he just comes wandering out, and he's all set, and he's fine. So we're hiding our bags in the car. We go to church, we come home. So we went changed in our pajamas. We had our chili. We decided we'd open our present. Clearly, I'm cracking myself up with this story, and I now realize that you probably won't think it's half as funny as we did, but bear with me. It's almost over. Anyway, it was Thomas's turn to give Maggie her present. And he had gone to the makeup aisle, and he chose eyeshadows. We don't know why. He somehow confused nail polish and eyeshadows in his head. However, he got the most wonderful selection of choices. No crazy colors. And we were just in shock. And it was so funny. We just died out laughing to see Thomas shopping in the makeup aisle. But we asked him, how did you come about these colors? And he said, I just picked out colors that were on her. Now, that really didn't make much sense to us. Whatever his method was, it was spot on, and he did a great job. So that was a pretty funny night. Okay, so you bought some a present for Maggie, did you not?
Yes, I did.
What was it?
Makeup.
And how on earth did you know what to buy?
I don't know. I just looked at colors and like, yeah, she'll use that one, I guess. Hopefully.
Well, you were exactly right. You did a great job on that.
Why, thank you.
Now, new subscribers, you may not know how flighty I am, but I tend to be rather forgetful. And there is a joke with us every Christmas that what did Mom forget to wrap? This year, I really thought I had it all together. I thought I was so organized. Okay, well, and thought I was completely finished too. Well, we had a really major problem with a water line here. It completely broke. We had no water coming into the house. As a result, other things start acting weird when you have to cut the water off, and our hot water heater was one of them. It was making all kinds of crazy racket. So Tucker went up to the attic to turn it off, and he found a pogo stick. There is no telling when I bought that pogo stick for Thomas. Completely forgot I had hidden it, but completely forgot I had bought it. So that was the last present we opened for the whole family. Everybody took a turn on the pogo stick. It was really fun. And wouldn't that have been great had that been all I forgot? But, you know, a year, I don't know how many years ago it was. But no, I did forget 2 of Maggie's presents. So I had to go on a hunt to figure out where those were. And I am having tea because it's cold outside, like I told you, but it's from a special mug sent to me by Aaron and Kristen. And it says, side by side or miles apart, friends will always be close at heart, which was so cute. But look at the best part, Mississippi and Vermont. Isn't that sweet? I will hand wash this so I can use it because it makes me smile. I have a special crystal ball that I can tell you what a lot of people out there in YouTube land got for Christmas. And it was one of those Singer knitting machines, the new Singer knitting machine. And if you want to know how I know, it was from my YouTube analytics. It tells me that this video had a sudden increase of views on December 25th. Now, I'll put a screenshot in when I tell you this, but it's like the number of views were going along at around 250 and climbing a little bit on Christmas Eve, and then boom, they shot up to 750 on Christmas Day. So a lot of people are out there having fun with their little Singer, and I'm so glad it's the new Singer whose views shot up like that, and not the old Singer where people are going to be having a lot of frustration if they got that one. Now, I have to say, I had the best time looking through the Secret Santa thread on the Thank God It's Finished Ravelry group. Erin, who runs that group, she did a tremendous job organizing that whole thing. And it is a job, by the way, in case if you've never done anything like that before. First you have to do all the matching up or whatever, and then you feel this huge sense of responsibility to make sure that everybody is getting their gifts and on time and getting them, period. And it's very stressful for her, and I appreciate her doing it. Because not only did I get my own enjoyment from my gifts from Anne, which was on another video that I've already done, but I got the biggest kick out of reading and seeing what other people had received and their joy. And in addition, the comments that other people had made, like, oh my gosh, your Secret Santa was fabulous. This is so fun. It was just such a positive environment, really exemplary of what the Christmas spirit ought to be. So I had a really good time with that. So Erin, thank you for organizing that. And while I'm thanking people, I want to send a shout out to Cora Calendar. Cora is a longtime subscriber of mine, and she had a really rough year, fall into winter. She lost her dad. and it's been a really tough time for her. So if anybody else knows Cora, keep on the lookout for her when she rejoins social media again. You can certainly understand why she's pulled out for a little while. Sometimes you just need to kind of keep to yourself. It's hard. Losses are hard. But on a happier note, she's keeping busy. And she made these bracelets for me. Aren't they precious? I did not take them out of the little thing yet because I wanted you to see how precious she packaged them. Now Cora has her own Etsy store, Dachshund Sweaters. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I'll look it up. So, but she's very crafty, and she can do, or craftsy, what is the word? If you're crafty, you're sneaky, and I didn't mean to say that. But look how cute. And it has a little dachshund on it. And it has a precious little charm with the footprint that says best friends, and it's just so cute. And then of course you can wear it with the dainty bracelet that goes with it. So I didn't want to disturb her packaging, so I have not taken it off yet to wear it until I could show it off to you. So thank you, Cora, and I look forward to sporting that. And it of course makes me think of you, which everybody knows I'm a sentimental sap, and so this is very important to me, and I appreciate it, really. And I got something you might be interested in. Dun da da! Knitter's Pride Cubics, the special size, the short size for hats. Now, you may remember I did a review on these cubics. Knitter's Pride had sent them to me, and I fell in love with them, and I told you I was going to put these small ones on my Christmas list. Remember, they are square. That's why they're called cubics. But something very interesting came this time, I mean, that Knitter's Pride is doing, apparently. Let me find the cover packaging. It tells you that now, where is it? Now they have color-coded cords. What a bright idea. I mean, that makes all the sense in the world, because sometimes, I mean, I have mine labeled like in the little place where I keep them, but oftentimes I forget to put them back there. But look, they're yellow. Can you see that? So that's pretty handy dandy. Of course, they're also extremely short, so you know these are the ones that you need at a glance. It would, but I'm assuming that they're doing all the other sizes that way as well. So I am super excited to use these, because I told you I fell in love with these rosewood cubics, and I had every intention of getting them. I'm sorry, Symphony Rose, it's called Symphony Rose cubics. Now they do have them in the nickel plated kind, which I'd probably like those too. I do enjoy working with nickel plates. And speaking of that, I have something on some nickel plated needles right now, and that is this hat. Now I've done this hat before and it came out very well. I enjoyed doing it. It's a good, I wouldn't say beginner color work, but after you've done some very simple color work, this would be the next thing to move into. And I really like it. It came out, I actually did one, it's similar to this color. It was more of a cranberry or maroon. And now I am doing this one in a blue. And this is Vanna's Choice. But I need to tell you, yes, I am primarily a charity crocheter and knitter, and I have received some really nice yarn gifts this year from a lot of my subscribers. And if you'll bear with me, I kind of want to be a little selfish in 2016. I would really like to dive into the gifts that I've received and kind of focus on some projects for myself. And I know that's I mean, I don't know if you're charity knitters and you tune in, you know, so you could see a fellow charity knitter crocheter. I don't know, but I am planning to be a little selfish with my sweet gifts that my friends sent, and I'm going to focus on that in 2016. I also even bought some things for myself before I had received all those wonderful gifts that are projects that I have every intention of doing. So I'm not going to stop my charity knitting and crochet, but there will definitely be a slowdown. Last year, I dove head on into my open skeins and odds and ends that I had left of yarn bits. I really want to do that too. So we'll see. I'll probably need to sit down and make some goals. So I recently got this message on Ravelry from Jess Smith, who had designed this squid, Megumi Squid, that it was called the Giant Mini Bobtail Squid. And it's so cute. Let me show it to you. Isn't that precious? Now, I'm not that talented when it comes to amigurumi, but I thought some of you might think that was adorable, especially as the winter months are going to be fading soon, and we're always looking for things to do in the warmer months. And I know there are other beach themed patterns out there, which would be a really cute thing to make. Think about it. You could make a little starfish and, well, I don't know whatever else I've seen, fish and different types of fish and different things like that. But this is so cute. So you amigurumi people, put this on your list of things to check out. So here are the results for the charity along that we were doing on the Ravelry group. I had this form that we linked to, and you just filled it out. Number of headwear, neckwear, afghans and blankets, or other. Just out of curiosity to see how we did this holiday season. And here are the results. See, it dumps all that information into a spreadsheet for me so I can see who was participating and where the stuff was going. Looks like we helped out Yolanda's orphanages, a children's hospital, Project Homeless Connect. Not sure what Relate is. Munch is Steve. He's from England, and so that was a place where he... You know, a lot of these things are local, by the way. Hudson Valley Knits Podcast for Senior. Long Along. That sounds fun. More Relate. Project Homeless Connect again. Operation Gratitude. ASPCA. Operation Gratitude. What else do we have? Old Soldiers Home. That's a nice one, a veterans thing. Sister Margaret Mary's Music Program. And Madcap, which is my local charity. And here are our totals. For headwear, 202. For neckwear, 56. For afghans and blankets, 32. And for other items, 72. So our grand total, whoa, way over here, 362 things that those of us who participated gave away. So that's fun. That's good to know that we made a difference. I do confess that I felt a little funny keeping count because I've always been taught to give without expecting anything in return and not to keep score, so to speak. But we are such a like-minded group of people, and it's something that we do. Charity knit and crochet is something we do, so I thought it might be interesting just to see for those who wanted to participate. So that's all I have right now, but be on the lookout for this camel stitch slouchy that I'm working on for, it's a tutorial, and of course I'm writing up the pattern. I'm kind of being my own pattern tester here, which could be dangerous, but as I do the tutorial, I can kind of see what I've skipped or left out. And of course, I have wonderful people who will point out those things if I do mess up. So there's no official pattern testing going on here, but anyway, be on the lookout for that. Talk soon. Bye.